Oh yeah, now my people, it's your guy, the Niger Englishman, and we are back here on One Touch TV for another episode of Three Touches. And I've invited back my illustrious panel, the man, the myth, the legend, man like Ozzy Guna in the building. How you doing, my guy? It's a bit of a trick question right now, isn't it?
Man says to me, "How you doing?" Oh, I'm fucking wonderful. I'm over the moon, man. I'm pretty sure everybody that watches this stream is going to be just as happy and enthusiastic as me, bro. How about how you doing? I'm gonna flip it. How you going, bro? How you been? I mean, you asking. I'm
Uh,
gonna ask you a question. How you going? How's things? All right? Good.
well, I'm managing. I'm managing.
Yeah. You're doing better than me, bro. Shit. Shit.
Hey, Uru. Which one is Uru goodbye? What's Uru?
Uru,
Uru is goodbye.
Uru's a see you later.
How do you like good day is like what? Is that what you lot
G'day.
use to say hi? Good
Well,
day. Good day.
g'day is an Aussie slang. Uru's Kuri. So Uru's more,
Okay,
yeah.
okay. All right. Good day. Nonso, my Arsenal brother. Alpha now.
Oh, I did, man.
You look like there's a silver lining in yesterday's result. That's the smile. That's the face that you're giving me today. You feel that? Anyway,
Yeah,
we'll get into it. How are you doing, Fest? How are you doing,
I'm,
Fest?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. Never been better. I think. Um, I know. Was it? It's a glitch, bro. What can I say? The glitch. A glitch. We know a glitch can be amended.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Indeed, indeed. Well, don't forget to smash the like button, comment, subscribe, share, all of that. I'll make sure I put these the panels details of all their socials in the description of this video. But we are here. Arsenal won, Sporting Lisbon won. Well, guys, first I'll give you my analysis of yesterday. For me, first of all, I'm disappointed about last night, and some people might be on the manager's case, but for me personally, my issue is not with Arteta. My issues with the players, because it's been very evident this season that when it comes to the Europa League, our boys are just not up for it. Like for what some reason or the other, they're just going to the Premier League. They're charging, they're pressing, they're giving it their all to the last minute. They're creating opportunity after opportunity. Never say die attitude. Europa League lost. And to be honest, I didn't even know how we've got this far with how bad we've actually played in the competition. But we got there. We're here now. We've got an opportunity to add a European trophy to our legacy at the mighty Arsenal. We play a strong team. I don't care what anyone says. Some people might think we shouldn't have rotated the weather. I think to win multiple titles or trophies, you need to be able to rotate the team. You need to be able to. You need to, because every player, your best 11 can't play every single game. But with that being said, this team was good enough to go and beat Sporting Lisbon. We were at home, for fuck's sake. I don't know what happened, man. Ozzy, I can see you agreed with me and you disagreed with me at the same
Oh, yeah.
time. But
Oh, yeah.
where's your head at? Where's your head at about yesterday?
Where's my head at? All right. Where's my head at? It's Europa League football. I know it's Europa. It's not Champions League. 2 years ago, everybody would have been shaking my hand, pulling my hand off if I had said to them, Europa League football, you're going to have it, some sort of fucking European football. You would have shook my hand. So now we're going to take it for granted. I don't want to talk about this team should have and could have and would have. The players have plenty to fucking be blamed for, right? I'm not going to jump on Fabio Vieira's case straight away. No. Zinchenko was shit in this game. When I mean shit, I mean shit. The amount of passes he put towards a Sporting player or out or wayward.
Yeah.
Fabio Vieira off his game. Nelson off his game. A lot of these players off their game.
Don't stop there. Don't stop there. Keep going.
You want me to keep going? I'll keep going. Let's go at it. Aaron Ramsdale off the line. Come on, bro. Wake the fuck up. Wake the fuck up.
Really?
Seriously, what the hell was that? Off the line.
All over the place, man.
You're going to get caught being off your line. You're not going to give any respect to Sporting, much like the manager didn't. Let's be perfectly honest. This game here, I know we're not in the finals yet. Yeah, well, wait a minute. It's not about rotating your squad. We should be able to rotate our squad so we can play Europa League football. Once upon a time, in a land not far away, what about few months ago, people were saying we don't have enough depth. We don't have enough depth. Now that we've just got a little bit of depth, now we have to rotate our squad to play Europa League football. Fuck off. If we're going to go into this, if we're going to go into a competition like Europa League, like one day maybe Champions League, we need to give it the friggin' respect that it deserves. Sporting are not just some pushover team, right? And they've got goal scorers. They do have goal scorers. We talked about it on Akpos's channel when we were facing them the first time round. They've got goal scorers from the midfield, from up front. They've got attacking threats. We need to take this seriously. We didn't do that. Now, I understand that we had to make changes. I get it. But why do we have to make changes when we're at home? We're at home. Why don't we just go full strength? Let's go full strength. Crystal Palace is days away. You can't tell me these top-notch athletes can't play 2 games. They're not one day after the other. There's a gap. Yeah?
I hear you. I hear you.
And come on, bro. We could have played a full-strength squad, 65th minute. It would have been done. And then you could have done all the subs you want, mate. I don't care.
But Ozzy, is that team not good enough to get the job done, bro? Is that team not good enough to get the job? I hear you, but is the team
Obviously
that we put
not.
out, is it not good enough? But you look
Obviously
at those
not.
players. Those players are good enough. So isn't that? Do you not think that those players are good enough to get the job done, or do we just? Or did the manager get the lineup wrong?
I'm not going to play with what. Look, Reece Nelson comes into the team, starts the first time on the right hand side after months of not playing football. He had one good, bench performance. Now he's going to start. Come on. Takahiro Tomiyasu has played 2 games here, no games there. 2 games here, no games there. Now he's injured. Come on. Let's be honest here. Yeah. Zinchenko has no excuses. Saliba and Gabriel, no excuses. But Fabio Vieira, 1 good performance against Sporting. It was okay. It wasn't great. It was okay. And now he's going to start. He got rolled over.
He was horrible against Sporting, for me, to be fair. Man.
Dude, he was thrown around like my mouse, bro. He was wrecked. And I could see it in the first 30 minutes that he was not going to fucking do anything. But we kept him on. Now, the way I see it is this team good enough? On paper, yes. But in reality, we all know it looks makeshift. It looks like it's been glued together. And that's why there's no respect to there was no respect given to Sporting. There was no respect given to this competition. Hence why we don't deserve to progress in this competition if we're not going to respect the competition itself.
I hear it, Ozzy, but I hear you. And don't forget to smash the like button, my people, share and comment. And before we let Nonso respond as well, welcome Pranable to the building. How you doing, Prana?
Thank you. I'm doing good, everyone. Thank you. Sorry I'm late, but I'm here. I'm here with the good vibes.
What? Well, it looks like Craig AFC also agrees with Ozzy. Arteta is to blame by not picking the strongest team. I hear you, but for
boys
me
as well.
For me, I think in terms of respect of the competition, I think that goes to the players more than the manager. But Nonso, what do you think? Do you think the manager got it wrong yesterday, or that team was good enough to get the job done? Where's your head at?
Yeah.
Or did he make wrong decisions during the game? What was it?
Before I go there, let's put this straight down. I know some people come out and say something and get an argument and all. What's the main aim of the Europa League? What entices teams to play for the Europa League? Champions League football. The players have a mindset. They are ready in the Champions League. So what's the point of actually playing?
Nonso, what are you talking about, bro? The essence of that trophy is to win a European trophy, not to play the Champions League. Like the history of that tournament has not been to get into the Champions League. It's to win another European trophy. What are we talking about?
Look at the first leg at least. They were mediocre at best. See what happened on Sunday. You won't believe it. It's basically the same team that played on Thursday that played on Sunday. And they wrapped the game under 30 minutes. The game was wrapped up in 30 minutes. It's the mindset. The players already have the mindset already set for the Premier League. Then, as you said, from game 1, the reason why we progressed into this competition, because when Europa League was on, other competitions like the FA Cup, the Carabao Cup, I think we got knocked out in the second round or the third round or something of the Carabao Cup. So it was there was not much, and it was still early in the season. So basically, there was still enough legs. We've come to the part of the season. Players are tired. Injuries are coming up left, right, and center. We saw it yesterday. It didn't take how many minutes? Chill. Let's chill. Look, how many minutes did it take before Tomiyasu went out? How many minutes did it's the competition is beginning to drag it, and we know how it is Thursday to Sunday. I'm not trying to put that other
Wait, none. So are we a top side or are we Leicester City? Which one is it, please? Because let me know. Let me know, because all this one you're saying is like it's sounding like we're only supposed to be able to battle for one competition. That's how you're making it sound, and that's crazy. We're Arsenal Football Club, for fuck's sake, bro.
The Arsenal fans are very quick to forget. When we started the season? What was the plan? What was the plan? Top 4. What is not being the Champions League? That was the plan.
No. Oh, bro, I think it was top 4 and win the Europa League. That was me. That was
Nigel. Mine was top 4 and win the Europa. So
now I know.
I dress us, not the rest.
Yeah, bro. You know that's what we're saying here.
Top 4 and win Europa League. Let's put it down.
Yeah. Okay.
We have gone beyond that standard of top 4 at this point.
Yeah, in the Premier League, yes. So what about the Europa League?
So basically, it happens to every team. Look at Man City in 2011, 2012. Their mindset was the Premier League. Top up on something else. Our mindset at this point. I'm not trying to say anything can happen. We know that City is a different cat and different animal. They can come and win the remaining 11 games, and Arsenal can drop points in some games and all. But our mentality is in the EPL. They are young players. It's very difficult for you to try and switch on and switch off from something from these players.
Bro, so you are frustrating me. I'm not gonna. I wish I could just shake you right now because I'm gonna look like Prana. Please let me hear what side of the fence that you sit on. Are you with? Do you know what? The players are exhausted. We just need to start zoning in on the Premier League right now because we need to get used to that. Or did you want this Europa League as much as myself and Ozzy? Because nonsense, it's like you didn't even want it, bro.
I didn't want it. Seriously. I'm not.
You've been hanging out with Deji too long. You've been hanging out with Deji too much, bro. Deji's rubbed off on you. I'm telling you, I don't want that trophy. Not good enough for me. Fuck. Sorry, bro.
I want to say that's different. If we were not going for the Premier League, of course my mindset would be like, I want the Europa League. I want something. When we were in the Europa League trying to make top 4, our mindset was we wanted the Europa League. That was another avenue to get to the Champions League. No. Still the light at the end of the tunnel is the Champions League. When we have Champions League football, we can attract quality players into our team, world-class players into our team.
Wait, hold on.
Focusing on different options.
Nonsense. You're letting these players off a little bit lightly. Before Prana comes in, Luke said the players have not tried their best this season in the cups. They need to be reminded who they play for. Big facts. This team will get absolutely smashed in the Champions League with this mindset. I would add to that comment. With this mindset, players not up to it in the cups. It doesn't fly, bro. That's not what Arsenal are about. So Prana, you come into, because obviously you've heard all the angles from each panel member so far. Where are you at?
But look, I like trophies like I like my women, boy. 2 is better than 1. That's
my guy. That's what I'm talking about.
No, they like 3 songs. Leave it. They like 3 songs.
Like saying you won the double is better than saying you won the league. It just is. These are the simple facts in the matter. And it's quite disappointed that we're out of the cup. I really wanted to win the Europa League. I really wanted to win it. And last night was costly in the terms that we lost a few players. We lost Saliba, we lost Tommy, we lost. It's a painful night, and I'm hoping. My only hope is that Martinelli is not stung from that penalty miss. I just hope there's enough support system for him to recover, and we go again.
Look, I was at the point where I was watching the game and I was thinking, you know what? We're here. We got this far. As bad as we've been playing, and as much as the players aren't really up for it, I still want it. So we're here. Let's just win it. And then when we got to extra time, I was like, do you know what? We fucking better win this shit now. The fact that it's dragged us at our fucking back garden all the way to extra time, we better fucking get this done. And then now, after all that, we've lost players. We played 120 minutes and we're fucking out of Europe, bro. It's a shit show, bro.
It's poor. I'll tell you why it's poor. Because our squad is quite big. And like the the way Arteta plays, once you get a certain team, he kind of sticks to it and he doesn't really do a lot of changes, especially in the league. So now, like, you've got a bunch of players who are not, especially like someone like Tierney. How much more minutes do you think he's going to get from now to the end of the season?
Oh, mate,
There's a
it's
lot of big
horrible.
players
The
that
whole
are not
Tierney
gonna
thing
get
hurts
many
me, bro. I'm
minutes,
not gonna lie.
Like, we need to do better in the cups next season. We have to do better. And I do think, to Ozzy's point, right? I think we disrespected the cups a bit, but I don't think we disrespected the Europa League. I think the team, well, we didn't lose last night. We ain't lost in 2 legs to Sporting. But they're a good side. Let's give them credit, first of all. I want to shout out their manager, like, throughout the whole 2 legs. He spent time, he was always on his notepad, taking notes. And that half line, that 47-yarder, that
wasn't by accident. They looked into that. Yeah. They definitely studied that.
They studied
pass settings.
Facts.
They studied that. So we have to give our opponents credit as well. But yeah, disappointing night overall.
Well, let me get into some of the comments real quick before we continue. What's the point of getting excited for the Champions League when we play as rubbish as last night? Wasted my time last night. They better beat Palace on Sunday. We'll get to Palace on Sunday in a bit. At the start of the season, we were told top 4 and winning the Europa was our target. And winning the Europa. So if we only get top 4 now, this season has been considered a failure. And we're going to get into that in a second, actually. We're going to talk about that real quick. Big up Kyan in the building. Craig says, title for me or Arteta needs to be sacked by the owners.
Can I touch on this?
Sacked, but the owners won't sack him. Second, third, fourth. I don't want that. This is crazy.
Can I touch on this real quick?
Go on, go for it.
Craig, I love you, bro. I love you. You talk a lot of sense, but sometimes. Now, hear me on this, right? The title was never something that we were going for, but now we have to go for, right? Now, the Europa League will thrown under the bus, not just by Arteta, but by these players. These players right now, this is the thing. I want Craig to say one thing. Were these players at 100% when they were playing against Sporting? Not physically, mentally. Did they put in 100%? My opinion, no. Now, the manager can only field a team, right, of 11 players that are supposed to be in it to win it. Now, unfortunately, I can count 5 players of that squad that weren't in it to win it. They were abysmal. Now, don't get me wrong. Arteta made the mistake by rotating the squad, right? And all of us would have been like, you know what, that's fair enough if we had have won. But now that we've lost, in hindsight, we look and say it's not good enough. Me, I wanted a full-strength squad. So Arteta made the mistake. But these players, we can't just say, oh, it's okay. The players are allowed to underperform. Fuck you, Arteta. That's bollocks, right? And there's one more thing I'm going to add to this. If Arteta gets sacked today, he's gone, fucked off. These players that you see there are under his project. The next manager that comes in, you better find someone that works the same way as Arteta, because if you don't, 3 more years of fucking around. And if you think 500 million's a lot, Chelsea spent 600 million and they still need to spend another 300 million to complete their squad. So the way I see it is, I think what me and Craig and Kunle need to do, and all of us need to do, we need to go into the Arsenal dressing room, grab Mikel Arteta, tell him to jump in his fucking Merc and piss off, and we need to beat the shit out of every single one of these players, black and blue, so they understand what this means to us, because I don't think they understood what that friggin' trophy meant to us.
Real facts, because for me, my issue is not really with Arteta in terms of the selection. I'm not as mad about the selection as I am in the players that actually played the game. Like, nobody had a good game. For me, and I heard someone dissing him yesterday, but for me, my man in the match was fucking Rob Holding. I don't know about you lot. My man in the match was Rob Holding. Actually, literally, because we were awful yesterday. Like, I think the only thing I'll get onto Arteta about
Gabriel
is potentially the only thing I'll get onto Arteta about is
Ramsdale
is that he probably left the Odegaard thing a bit too late.
Yeah.
Do you know why? Because I know he wanted to give Vieira some minutes, and I know he wanted to protect maybe Odegaard. But if he wanted to stay in that competition at that point, maybe 70 minutes, you got to throw in. You got to throw. I think he chose Partey rather than Odegaard when he should have chosen Odegaard instead of Partey. I don't know. Because Vieira was not in the game, bro.
You're making a mistake. The subs, we got injured. So the subs, he couldn't bring on Odegaard until extra time because of the injuries we had in the first half.
No, but he made a substitution with Saka and Partey. When he brought Saka and Partey on, he could have brought Odegaard on, bro.
No, you made 4 substitutions in
he could have brought. I would have brought Odegaard before I brought
Could
Saka
he?
yesterday.
I thought he only got an extra sub in the extra time.
Nah, because you remember when he brought on Saka and Partey on like the 60-something, 70th minute.
How about
or something.
Jesus got off.
That was at
Yeah,
half time, directly at half time, innit?
Yeah.
So when he, instead of bringing Saka and Partey, he should have brought Partey and Odegaard on and left Saka on the bench and maybe used him in extra time, because we had no control in midfield at all. Obviously, Partey gave us some, but Vieira still couldn't capitalize on it, and we still couldn't create chances through him. So
I had more
we needed
possession.
the architect,
I had more possession and I had more passes completed than us. So the midfield battle was lost. And I think, Kunle, you got that spot on, bro. The Partey and the Odegaard switch should have been done early. I would have done it in the 40. I would have done it second half, 50 minutes. You and you off. We had to look. We needed to wrap this game up. And everybody in the comments, every single person, big up everybody in here, because what I love is everybody that's in the comments right now. I know each and every single one of you guys don't talk shit, but you guys will all agree that we lost that midfield battle. If we had made the changes in the 50th minute, this game could have been on its head. We could have been 93rd, 94th minute, relaxing, kicking back and sleeping. But instead, we played friggin' 3.5 hours worth of football and got nothing to show for it. And I think that that substitution spot on, I think we got that wrong. And that's on Arteta. That's all on him. Sorry, guys.
Nonso, where you at? Because you're in the middle of all this, man. You're caught up in the middle.
First of all, I don't know. You guys say these are professional players. They get paid to play games. And every time they bring you competition, we complain that these are human beings after all. Saka has been off his game for the last 3 matches. Why? Fatigue. Most of these players, the injuries they get is not because they feel like getting injured. Fatigue can also make you...
Bro, Saka didn't start that game. Don't bring Saka into this.
I know. But I'm not saying. That's the reason why Saka was on the bench. Generally, because you keep saying use your full team. That means Saka needs to play. If you're saying use your full team, certain players. So if you don't give chances and game time to certain players, how do you build their confidence? If certain now, the Europa League was an avenue for players to have game time. Certain players have game time. Reason because certain players can get injured at any time, and we need certain players to be, like I said last week, we need certain players to be up and running when these players get injured. Now that is over. So if someone like Odegaard gets injured, Vieira has to come in. Even as bad as we saw him last night, he still has to come in. If Saka gets injured, probably Trossard. If Trossard is not playing, probably Nelson has to come in. Now we don't have that avenue. We don't have it at all. So people keep saying, "Why don't you use your full team? Why don't you do?" That is the reason why we don't use that. We can't use our full team. We're at the nitty-gritty point in time in the Premier League where we need to push for the EPL, because if we can't push for the EPL at this point, then what's the point? That's where their mentality is. They want to win the Premier League. We've not won the Premier League since 2003. That's the
I don't think so, man. Look, Arteta's got an ego on him, man. He wants to win all the cups, bro. I don't think he wanted to lose last night.
Them players must have got ripped last night, bro. They must have got ripped. I hope so, anyway.
I don't buy this argument that the mentality is not there. No.
But Arsenal fans,
but to be honest, Prana, I think the mentality of the players in that is not there. This is what I mean by that. Because for me, I don't blame Arteta. He's shouting up and down the line like he always is, like a madman. And Nonso was talking about the players getting rotated in. There's not one of these Europa League games where not one player that doesn't play regularly has given Arteta a problem. Like, oh, do you know what? He's looked neat tonight. Like, in not one single game. So that shows me the whole team are not mentally in that competition, which at the end of the day, it's worrying for something like next season. Obviously, we might add and bulk up our squad or whatever, and who knows, they might already be league champions, so the mentality might grow for sure. But it's worrying that we can switch on and off competitions. I want my team to be able to switch it on every 3 days, bro. To be honest, if we want to get to that next level, I don't want this to be one miraculous season out of nowhere. I want it to be okay. This is the benchmark. Let's keep pushing and challenging on all fronts.
Can I ask something? Do you think if you go to Champions League, these players won't turn up? Do you think their mentality will be down?
Now we're focusing on if, buts, and maybes. I don't like to judge football on that. I can only go for what I've seen, bro. I hope they wouldn't, but they can only. I can only go for what I see, bro. I hope they don't.
Arsenal turned up for a third round FA Cup game against Manchester City when we played City here.
When did we turn up? Oh, did we win? Yeah,
we didn't
beat them. Yeah. Oh, bro, turning up is winning for me. I don't know about you, bro. Turning up
we
is not
didn't
taking part.
lose last night. It was a coin flip. You're acting like these men got their ass spanked
Nah, Prana, this is my issue. My issue is we didn't play well like we've not been playing in that tournament. It's not just that one night. It's every Europa League night. We've just looked different like we've looked every Premier League night. And I don't like that. I don't like it. As much as I'm not going to be panicking, I just don't like it, Prana. That's my...
That's a fair point.
Every game, we shift and change. Today, it's Saliba and Holding.
Okay.
But it has to be that, Nonzo. It has to. You cannot have 25 players and only use 11. That is madness, bro. Especially in a World Cup year where your Premier League stopped.
And this is to you as well, Ozzy, because we had to rotate to an extent. We had to. I hear you, but we have to, bro. We have to keep someone fresh for something.
The Champions League knockout stage, you think we'll rotate?
100%. We don't play the same 11 on the Premier League. There'll be at least 3 or 4 rotated. Check Champions League from the Liga, check it from Germany, and check it from France. No one's playing the same 11 on Saturday and then the same 11 on Wednesday. Not one team.
For example, quickly, there's a reason why Liverpool never won two. Other than last season, which was because they ended up winning the 2 lesser cups. Liverpool weren't able to win a major trophy alongside the cup because they tried to play the same team in every single competition, and it came back to haunt them. And who said? Some people are saying they still have a hangover for it in this season. Do you get what I'm saying? So if you want to maintain it, you have to be able to do it. Obviously, not everyone's City and they have 2 teams, but we have to find a way.
I agree with the rotation. I agree that there's a time and a place to rotate your squad. The group stage, rotate all the fuck you want. You can spin around and rotate all you want. This is knockout. We struggled the first time we played them. We didn't win. We drew against Sporting, who are 4th in their frigging competition. Okay? So what does that tell you? That tells you now is the time to lay down and play the fucking starting line, get this one done, and maybe face Union Berlin or some shit, and then rotate again if you like. But if you've struggled the first time, and tell me, guys, in the comments, if you struggled in the first game, which we did, we struggled, then you think maybe we should bite the bullet, starting line, and any manager worth anything would have said, I think it's time to put in a full squad because we just struggled. And look at the changes we made, okay? So if I'm wrong, we should rotate. Okay, what changes did we make? What players were coming in? Starting fucking line players. Why? Because the players that we had on the pitch struggled the first time and struggled the second time. This Sporting team isn't a walk in the park. We learned our lesson the first time. And Arteta's the kind of manager that when he stuffs up, he fixes himself up and makes sure he doesn't make the same mistake. We made the same mistake.
If you check Sporting didn't even play the same team that they played in the first game against us in the second leg. So if Sporting can rotate, why can't Arsenal? I'm not buying this that we shouldn't.
Same here. And to be honest,
play the same team. So why?
I'm not going to give the players. I'm not giving the players a walk. I'm not giving the players a walk. Don't think I'm doing that. So don't think I'm giving these players a walk. I'm not. I understand what you're saying. We should be rotating players. I understand what you're saying. But at the start of the season, when I said Arsenal and I said depth, you guys were saying, what? Arsenal depth? We now have some kind of depth. Some kind.
So we need to use
Some
it.
kind of depth. It's not crazy. I know use it, but use it appropriately.
No, but
This is a knockout phase, man. Appropriately.
But, hey, do you know
There's
what?
a
Do you know
time
why
and
I'm?
place.
Do you know why I'm annoyed? Do you know why I'm
Sorry, man.
frustrated? Because I'm now getting flashbacks of last night's game and some of the flicks and tricks we were doing in stupid places, like
Vieira,
doing
Vieira.
back heels,
Vieira,
flicks.
man.
Trossard even did it. Like we were doing some. We couldn't. We
Zinchenko.
misplaced bounce over misplaced pass. It was pathetic. It was actually pathetic to watch how we played
Can I
this
ask
day,
you
bro.
guys something? Imagine
That's what happens when you chop and change it. Anyway,
if I used full squad yesterday, full squad, and
60 minutes.
Yeah, I don't even care whether we use the full squad for 45 or 90 minutes, and they progress.
Yeah.
We beat Lisbon. Yes.
Yeah.
Then we come on Sunday and struggle. And probably
But what's
We're gonna struggle more now, bro.
we're gonna struggle at Crystal Palace, bro?
We just played
We've now,
100
we've,
something
we've
minutes.
now played 120 minutes.
Exactly.
So
When can you remember when we beat Crystal Palace at home? Can you remember? Tell me when. When last we beat Crystal Palace at home?
bruv, when did we last beat Liverpool at home? When did we last beat Spurs away, bruv? All these things, hey, records are there to be broken, innit? So yeah, I hear you, but we're unbeaten in all London derbies this season, bro. So I'm coming into that game confident.
You guys
Are you? Have you heard that Vieira got sacked, cuz?
Yeah, that's before Vieira got sacked, obviously. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
Look at that new manager bounce, man.
Oh, they don't have a new manager.
Like when I saw the 11 yesterday, I wasn't thinking about Crystal Palace. I was thinking we're top of the league, 5 points clear. London derby, we're unbeaten. Now everything has changed. We played 120 minutes. We got a couple knocks to our players, and they got a new manager bounce, bro. It's looking that game just before the international break, which can be great if we win, but if we lose or drop points, it's gonna be a long 10 days or so, bro.
My idea sounds good now, doesn't it? Starting line sounds good now, doesn't it?
I don't agree, bro. I don't agree.
You're gonna agree, bro.
Ozzy, to your point, you want to start a strong team, right? Let's just say we did that. How many more Saliba injuries do you think that happens if we take your approach?
Okay. No. I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. So how many more Saliba injuries?
Some comments.
I could walk across the street now, get hit by a bus, and I could die. Does that stop me from walking across the street?
I knew you.
No. Wait a sec. Saliba just got Saliba got injured today. He could have got injured against Palace. He could have got injured God knows where. And I think the way he came off that pitch, it was precautionary, right? The way he came off, it wasn't like a Tommy Yasu situation. It was precautionary.
I agree.
So now I know what you're saying. Oh, we got to protect our players. Fine. You know what we'll do? I'll put Partey on the shelf. We won't play him till the end of the season, so that way he doesn't get injured. I'll put Saliba next to him. I'll put all your players on a nice mantelpiece, and we won't play them because we don't want them to get injured.
Extreme, bro. You're being extreme.
It's football. And I'm happy. I'm happy.
You can't overdo it, bro.
Bro, I'm happy to grab Saliba in the group stage and not use him. I'm happy to rotate in the group stage. Let me ask you guys something.
You want a strong 11 on Fulham, strong 11, our strongest 11 at Lisbon, and our strongest 11 against Palace. That's what you want, Ozzy. That's what you
If we had gone, now listen to me on this. If we had gone strongest 11 against Lisbon and played 60 minutes with our strongest 11, right, gone ahead and made our changes, we would have been in a better position now than what we are. And that's a fact.
There's no guarantee.
No. I can guarantee you that. I can guarantee you that. You know why? Because we just played 100 and something odd minutes. We've got 2 injuries, and we've got nothing to show for it. Yeah, we could have come out of that game winners, highly likely winners, right? Can you know that if we had to put a starting line there, it's very likely we would have won that game. Can everybody agree on that?
Yeah, agreed. I do agree. But also, I do feel that we had enough.
Wasn't there enough chances yesterday to win the game?
Yeah, there was.
Chances are chances.
No, but that's important as well, Ozzy, because we did have enough to get the job done. I hear what you're saying, but we had enough, bro.
Chances are good. But when it comes to football and it comes to Arsenal Football Club, it's battle of the midfield. If we don't control the midfield, you can have it. We've had games where we've had fucking 8-9 chances go off.
You look like the away side all yesterday, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you.
They were more aggressive than us. I didn't understand it. I think that yesterday we had the technique to play against them, but we wasn't physically.
We were not mentally in the game. We're mentally in the Premier League, bro. And this is the facts. And guys, let me get into the comments real quick because they've been coming in. I want to win every cup competition we're in. I'm the same as you, Craig. Everything adds to our legacy. Everything adds to our legacy. I'm not happy to go out of any tournament. We didn't have to rotate the midfield like we did yesterday. Partey and or Odegaard
Wait,
needed
no,
to be
no.
the.
Stop.
I can hear that. I can hear it. I can hear it.
One touch. People need to stop talking about Partey. Partey, how many games has Partey missed in his career? There's a reason they're being cautious with Partey because he misses games. Stop saying let's start Partey Saturday.
Okay, the alternative would have been to start Odegaard instead of Vieira.
So this is what we have to do. I've got an idea. So that means we sell Partey. We have to sell him.
Every game he'll get injured. He breaks down. Stop it.
We got to sell Partey. He's injury prone. We got to get rid of him.
We have to sign. I'm not going to lie. In the summer, we need to sign someone that can start.
No, I need a player,
but not Partey's backup. But Partey might end up being the backup because he's just unreliable. As much as I love his game, we need someone that can start and play 40 to 50 games this season. Caicedo would have been.
I want a replacement. If it's going to be that way, and we're going to get players because we got a band-aid starting line player that he can't play a full season.
No, but Ozzy, this is where we are at. We're here already. It's not something that is new to. We're here. You know what Partey is like. You know how many important games we misses, and you know how much it affects us as a team. So
I know, but we could have put Jorginho. We could have started Jorginho against Crystal Palace, okay? Because Crystal Palace are no friggin' tough team. Crystal Palace can't buy a win.
But you know we're headline FC. You know that people love making a headline against.
We are top of the league. We are top of the league for the right reasons. We could have put Jorginho
Everton
into the game against Palace.
Everton beat us away.
And with the way we played against Everton, we haven't played that kind of football throughout the whole season. We dropped our heads. It's a blip, just like everyone said. If Jorginho had started against Crystal Palace, I'm pretty sure we would have still got a win. I could still think we'll get a win with a full squad.
I can hear that argument, but there's still an argument in it. I hear it. But Barbados MSC says, I agree with Nigel. He always has a chance to throw in Man United. Man United, even though we have shit depth, we still have the ability to rotate with the likes of Maguire and Lindelof and Pellistri given starts yesterday. And it's true. As much as I hate this comment, he's fucking right because they're getting the job done with Pellistri and them man there. Even though Rashford is playing every game, but they're still getting it done. And I don't see why with our rotation we couldn't have got it done. That's all I'm saying. I hear what Ozzy's saying. Starting with the strongest 11 could have maybe worked, but we had enough and we created enough to get the job done with what was on the pitch. The players let the manager down yesterday.
I hope
Zinchenko not defensively good, 100% great.
Puts respect from that team. They're a good team.
For sure, brother. Hey, kudos to Sporting for sure, 100%. They played us off the park yesterday. I'm not gonna lie. They made us look like the away side, but it should not have happened. That's my issue.
They're a Champions League.
Even with that, we still had enough to get that game won. Do you get what I'm saying?
And those players can't get away with what they've done. I'm with you. I'm with you, Nigel. Those players. Look, I can talk about the formation. I can talk about the players that should have been on the pitch, but the players that were on the pitch, they are not holding their head up high. I think we can all agree on that. These guys let the team down, let the team down, let the club down, and let the manager down, and let us down. Because I'm telling you, I'm not. Granit Xhaka, I can't really fault, but there was, to be honest, Granit Xhaka you can't fault. Jesus, you can't really fault. Trossard, really, when he got into that game, he was on like Donkey Kong. I can't even fault Saka in that game. He was only on for 15 fucking.
Saka wasn't really part of that game for me. Even when he came on, he looked off. To be fair,
Rob Holding, who can fault him? Really, Gabriel somewhat, but the rest of the squad, get the fuck out of here. And that's the problem.
And that's the fact, guys.
Ramsdale made some big saves. Like Ramsdale made.
He did. But this is the thing. I'm not going to get onto Ramsdale because he's been clutch this season. To be fair, but he needs to watch that thing off his line, innit? Because if more players start trying that, we could be in a bit of trouble. But I'm not going to get onto Ramsdale. Ramsdale was not. But Ramsdale needs to fucking learn how to save some penalties. But we're going to talk about that on another stream because we're going to go all this stream talking about this game, man. We've got. Because now, let's be honest, something that was potentially a routine win on Saturday at home to Crystal Palace is now could be a potential banana skin because where players are tired, who knows who's going to be our starting lineup. It's just before the international break. It's a bit different. And before we get your comments on that, I want to get into some more of these comments real quick. James Bond said we should have started a strong team. Our manager got it wrong. Fair enough. We've discussed that. If you didn't watch it, check it. Go back and check the footage. Craig, we haven't won at Anfield in the Premier League since 2012. I meant since 2016. Liverpool, 22-4. At least it ain't 33. At least it ain't 33. And that's Man U's total. So we're doing a bit better. It's Kunle, Kunle, James Bond, but no problems. We have a break after the City game. I know. Should have went strong for these two games. I'm gonna agree to disagree with I'm gonna agree / disagree with Ozzy. Football is all about risks. Injuries are not predictable, but this is why all top teams should have squad depth.
Yeah.
It's true, and I believe we have the depth, but the players just didn't rise to the occasion. Now we've got an opportunity, guys, and now I'm not gonna lie to you. I've been kind of holding back on this title talk, but I need this title now, Ozzy Prana. No, so I need this title. I need it like a freaking a crackhead needs his fix, bro. I need it, like bro. I need this title, because now it's all or nothing. It's back to that same. Who knows that? No pun intended with our Amazon Prime show. It's all or nothing now, bro. This feels like, not really, but when we went out to Chelsea in the Invincible year, where we were kind of firing on all fronts, people were saying we're really, really strong. And then we played a big game at home, which is going to be at home this weekend. It's a London derby, which is a bit different to play in Liverpool, but it's a London derby against kind of our bogey side, Crystal Palace. Yeah. We need to I don't need a 1-0. I need a proper 2, 3, 4, convincing performance to shut them man up, to get people stressed during the international break. That this Arsenal team are not a joke. I won't lie. I go steal 1-0 and go to sleep. I won't lie. I go steal 1-0 and go to sleep. I won't lie. But you get what I mean, guys. So
I'll take a goal and just sleep nicely, cuz man. Let's go.
How any of you just chime in? How do you see our players responding to this this result?
We need to respond. We need to respond against Palace, and we saw that against Fulham.
Big up Gunaresh.
Yeah, 30 minutes into the game against Fulham, we already game over. That's how I wanted to play again on Sunday. Last time we beat Palace at home was it 2018? That's the last time we beat. We've done 9 games against Palace since 2018.
That's crazy. At home, for real.
2018, that's the last time we beat Palace.
That is wild.
And since 2018 to now, we've only beaten Palace twice.
Haven't we beat them at home? When did the first game this season we played and we spanked them?
That was away.
So if we can beat them away, we can beat them at home. I'm just
giving you some stats on how we haven't beat Emirates since 2018.
Nonso seems to be more scared of Palace than Sporting, but yeah, carry on.
About Zaha and Arsenal. When he comes to Arsenal, he turns into a
This is true. This is true. Against Arsenal, he's a different animal. Man. Why didn't you sign me? It's one of them. Why didn't you sign me moments.
But I think the mentality of this team has changed. When the mentality of this team, there's no die attitude, and I think against Palace, I'm not worried about Palace. I'll start getting worried when we come towards the main games in April. But Palace, no, I don't think I'm worried about Palace. I think we're going to get something away at home against Palace. I think the boys are going to come out of this game more motivated than ever to go for this Premier League title. We have 11 games to go. After Palace, we now turn to 10 games to go. I think they need to bring the clock back. Remember, they brought the clock to Fulham. They need to bring the clock back and do some time magazine things, so that it shows that we need to go for this title. I'm not like...
I hear you. Big up Gunaresh in the comments. He says, how many excuses does Man City and Man U give? I hear it, bro. I hear it. James Bond also says, Reece, Vieira, Tommy on that one wing is a joke, bro. And that is a joke, bro. That's actually scary settings, bro. That when he said those 3 players in a row, bro, considering the season. Before the game even started, told man them Trincao is going to rip Tommy up. I don't think he really did, but I just think on a whole, the team just was stinky in general, man. We had the players to win. I agree with you, BX Guna. Then you start Vieira, Jorginho with Xhaka. That's just suicide. Arteta got it wrong. Still love our manager, but yeah, I've got no issue with Arteta.
Like, what was this?
Yeah, real talk, guys. Come on,
bro.
Guys. I'm not gonna lie. We lost on penalties at the end of the day, so it's not the worst. It was a 50-50, but I'm just annoyed that it's another season without a European trophy.
Yeah.
30 years continues in it, so I'm a bit unhappy about that. But with that being said, I have a feeling that when it comes to Palace, I reckon we're gonna like win comfortably because these players, yeah. This is why I'm saying it because these players, yeah, I don't know what it is. When it comes to the Prem, there's just a different intensity, a different animal about them. They're just there to kill, bruv. Even after, remember, I think we lost to PSV. Everyone was like, this is going to be a hangover. We came up and slapped, I think, what was it? Was it Brighton 4-2 or whatever? I don't remember. We slapped up some team. I don't remember. But in the Premier League, we're locked in, bro. We are locked in. I'm not saying that means we're going to win it, but I think after the nonsense that we did, man like Martinelli is going to be hungry to get to right his wrong real quick. Saliba is going to be chomping a bit. I just went off as a precaution. I'll show you that I'm going to lock down that defense again. And man like Partey is going to keep doing what Partey does, dictating the play. I hear that new manager bounce, but we're going to crush that bullshit on Sunday. One time, bro. What are you saying, Ozzy?
Look, to be honest, Palace have struggled to score goals in their last 6 anyway. You know, it's either been a 1-0 or a 1-1 draw. You know, they struggle. So I think for us, it's going to be more of the same. Hold them in their own third, go in full strength, and take the game to Palace. Look, them not having Vieira, I think them getting rid of Vieira is probably a mistake.
Yeah,
their problem was, you know what I mean. You know, I don't think he was doing a bad job. I just don't think he had the personnel. But unfortunately, that hasn't changed. So you get rid of Vieira. The manager's the problem. No, the manager Vieira actually got Palace where they are now. He made them relevant. His tactics, keeping him in shape. So now you get rid of the best part of the fucking team, and you bring in a caretaker manager to use the same players that are probably not good enough to put together as a starting 11 and get a caretaker to do it. No, I don't see it. I honestly see us beating these guys at probably 3-1. I don't see Aaron Ramsdale holding a clean sheet. I'm just not confident when it comes to Ramsdale. He's always got something in him, a Mustafi moment.
Wow. This ain't the time to turn on Big Rambo, but yeah.
No,
I was annoyed he didn't save any penalties yesterday. I'm not going to lie, but he saved us so many times this season. I hear the no clean sheet thing. We've been a bit with that.
We haven't been there. And it's always, and have you noticed, guys, last season, when it came to corners and set pieces, forget it. You're not scoring against us.
Don't get me started, bro. What's happened, bro? Why are we so bad at set pieces now?
I don't know.
I used to look away. Like, I didn't even care about when we got a corner. I was like, yeah, routine. We got this one. Yeah. Ramsdale claim it, or someone will win it. But now I'm shaking, sweating, putting my hands in my head. Hey, bro, it's crazy when it comes to set pieces now.
Exactly, and that's what worries me. Exactly. It's gone back 2, 3 seasons. So I think their goal's going to come from a set piece, horribly. But I think, like you said, Martinelli's going to be hungry. I want to see Jesus start this game, and I want him to be on there for at least 60. I think this is going to be a good game.
Jesus, Saka, and Martinelli, our front three that started the season. I want them starting that game.
Yeah,
Facts.
I'm with you.
Facts.
I'm with you. And then you've got Trossard sitting on the bench just waiting to come in, impact substitution. So that's when Jesus can come out, Trossard can come in, and now you've got an injection of speed, hunger, the whole lot. I'm just hoping that
hopefully we'll be comfortable so we can take off Saka for Reece in the last 20 minutes. Or something.
Trossard, Jesus, and Saka. Whoa.
You could.
Against a low block team, that is going to be dangerous. That combination, I'm telling you, against a low
Trossard
block,
and Jesus side by side, symphony.
Yeah. That's gonna be. I can't wait to see them. We've got a lot of things to look forward to. The matchups. Big up James Bond. Don't worry, it happens, bro. Don't worry, shit happens. And Martinelli hat trick is in order. Big up PX Schooner. A bit too excited there, but I wouldn't mind it. I'll take it. I will take it. We must bounce back before the international break. But real talk, I want to be in that international break 8 points clear. I want City, man, them to be sweating. I want the whole Premier League to be, oh shit, we thought they were going to have a blip. And now we have to think about them 8 points clear for the next 2 weeks. I want that. I want that feeling. I want people to sweat. I wanted to prepare them well. Big up DWTT. Off topic. I know, would you, brother, as a backup to Saka, I'd take Edwards, man. He looked very dangerous on that right wing. He choked a few times, but as a backup to Saka, why not, bro? We'll let the old Spurs boy taste some trophies. You know them ones there. Doing our bit for the culture. Bring Pratchett to Arsenal. As a number 2, we don't mind that, but he might need to. Do you know what? I'm a bit upset about Pratchett because I really wanted him to do well because I wanted him to now be one of amongst the next generation of managers that will be talked about. Going to be a big thing, maybe get a big job and stuff like that. I really wanted that for him, but I hope this Crystal Palace thing doesn't set him back too far. I think a great appointment for Patrick would be even Leicester. With a little bit of money, Leicester with the attacking threat they have and the forward line, I reckon that'd be a good appointment for him. I don't think he should go too crazy with his next appointment. Play it a little bit safe. Don't go to a real top club yet. Learn your trade. Don't do the Lampards and Gerrard ways and just throw away their managerial careers. Be smart.
Patrick Day. What a day.
You get me, man. No respect. Gunares says, one touch, hope you're right, bro. Definitely love us in the Premier League, but CP can always have a new manager. Crystal Palace can always have a new manager. Hi, Paddy, hopefully might help us at Arsenal in some way. I would love to see him at Arsenal in some capacity. I would love him to get to that managerial level where he's someone that could help Arsenal win major trophies. He's not there yet. I don't want to be taking another chance on a new project with a new up-and-coming manager. So they'll be interested when it comes to that time where Arteta has been taught to move on. I think that's still way down the line. It'll be interesting to see who are the new managers there. Who will people be calling for? It's going to be interesting, but it's far away. He got to win Premier League and other major trophies. I beg. Smash the like button, my people. But obviously, guys, let's not. As much as we should be confident going into this game, considering how we've been in the league this season, Crystal Palace have some gems in their team. They've got the likes of Olise, who on his day, he's a really good baller. I'd love him as an understudy to Saka, I'm not going to lie. We've got Eze, very inconsistent player, but we know what he's capable of. Obviously, a former Arsenal graduate could raise his game for Arsenal. Zaha loves to play against Arsenal, an Arsenal fan. I don't know what it is. Jordan Ayew has one good game a season, and it's usually against Arsenal. So, boy, I don't know, man. Like, Prana, is there anything you see in that Crystal Palace lineup that worries you, or do you see a comfortable victory this weekend?
Oh, I mean, I don't think Crystal Palace has. I think what they scored twice in the calendar year.
Agreed,
so offensively, like, I don't see nothing there. But for them, they don't need to score to hurt us. A 0-0 will hurt us. So that is the danger here. Like, I would like us to score early, get the crowd behind us, and let's take it from there. But like I said, they don't need to score to hurt us.
I hear that. I agree with that, to be honest. I agree with that. Nonso, where are you at? Is there anything in Crystal Palace where you're like, do you know what? We need to keep an eye on this?
Yeah, we just need to watch their wingers, Olise and Zaha. They've got those guys that come. They're going to try and come out hot, try and come out on fire, and we need to come because I believe the first we need to just take charge of the game from the blow of the whistle. Not allow Crystal Palace have the ball, frustrate Zaha. When Zaha is frustrated, he becomes horrible. And we can take
but sometimes he gets frustrated and then scores, bro. Like there's two sides to that frustration of Zaha. You never know which one's gonna get. He might get sent off or score a brace. It's one of them ones. So I hope the send off Zaha comes out
and score quick, just like how we did against Fulham. Make it quick, make it painful, painless and easy.
Easy, professional performance, yeah.
45.
I hear you.
Slash the game. Second half, bring in.
Sit back. No squeaky bum time. None of that. Nah, but I don't know, Ozzy. Do you remember when we played Crystal Palace first game of the season? Second half, they were getting a lot of joy with that ball from Anderson over the top towards our back line. That was showing a lot of success. We ended up getting the second, but that was problematic. Do you see them with a new manager? Well, I think probably a caretaker, not a new manager, a caretaker manager coming. Do you see them targeting things like set pieces and balls over the top in that game?
Look, they're going to be going for set pieces all day. The ball over the top, I don't think is going to be an issue. A lot of teams have tried that since. It's been effective to an extent, but you've noticed that when teams do put a ball over the top, we're usually quick to transition. We usually have three defenders that kind of spread out pretty quick and just slow the game down, whereas previously balls over the top used to worry us. you see the way we defend now, we kind of, we can defend the ball over the top very well. I think our issue will be the way we start. This game is all going to depend, just like my man said, the way we go, and we have to go at them hard. I want to see the Arsenal that I've seen previously, where we come in and we take the ball, we take the game to Crystal Palace from the first minute. I want to see a shot on goal, I want to see a save, and I want to see a corner. That's going to be key. But a ball over the top at the moment, not really worried about. Set pieces, yeah, set pieces worry the fuck out of me. Because to be perfectly honest, I don't have any confidence in Arsenal when it comes to a corner or a set piece.
Bro,
they are going to be going for free kicks and stuff. They
even
will be.
Us winning set pieces in the opposition's half, we don't even cross it as much anymore. We're doing all these intricate set plays all the time. Don't get me wrong, I like some of them, but as in sometimes just whip it in and try and get your head on it, bro. It's like we're scared to win a header.
That. We don't have a player that can. We don't have a player that's big
Gabriel
enough.
and Saliba, bro. If it's not them two, don't aim for anyone else, innit?
Eddie Nketiah is quite good in the air. I think
Hey. Calm down. We gave you Xhaka this season, Prana. So let's calm down. Let's not get too excited. Calm down. Eddie's injured anyway. Eddie's injured, so we're gonna pretend you didn't say that.
Wow.
No, Eddie's done his thing, but we've given you Eddie. We can't give you Eddie this season. Sorry, bro. He's done his thing, but come on, Eddie's deadly in the air. Come off it.
I don't think our number 9.
I say he's probably our best header, our offensive.
And that is a problem. That is the problem. That is the problem. Yes, correct.
Yeah.
You just
we don't have a number 9.
If Eddie's our best header, then we get problems. All right, guys, I'm going to get into some of the comments. Then we're going to go with score predictions and wrap up the show. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel, my people. Whether you're watching now, whether you're watching later, and if you'd like to get to know these panel members, I will put their social details in the description of this video so you can check them all out, and I'll let them give it to you at the end. Pause at the end of the show. But guys, first of all, Paul says after a defeat to PSV, we battered Nottingham Forest 5-0 at the Emirates. So that was the team. Yeah. Thank you, Paul. Thank you, Paul. Because we're a different animal, bro. We're switched off in the Europa, switched on in the Premier League, which can't happen next season. I hope Nonso is right. The mentality, because it's a Champions League night, we're carried with that right mindset. But I don't want to get into any bad habits this season. It's like someone telling me that, when I run my own company, I'm going to be on time, but you're always late in my company. So you get what I'm saying? So that's all I know right now. Because all they've shown me is when they switched off in the Europa League. They haven't shown me that they can keep consistent in more than one tournament, because we went out early in the FA Cup, the Europa League as the business end, and also the Carabao Cup. So they showed me we can't be motivated for 2 competitions yet, for me. So I hope that changes. But I hope you're right, Paul. Kind of reaction is needed on Saturday, 100%. Jordan Davis says, I think Holding is... All right, we're just going to move on. I'm not even going to finish that, guys. Hey, Jordan, I like it. It's the first time I see you in the comment section, but don't come with that. Hey, what? You had a good game yesterday, but let's calm it. Let's calm it all the way down, Jordan. Big up,
Jordan Davis. I don't like that says Mr. Silver Fox. I think that's what that. Yeah, Silver Fox. Yeah, I knew it.
Hey, Silver Fox. This must be your dummy account, Rob, because that's a wild statement. Big up, Rob, and big up, Jordan. We can realistically win this Premier League because, bro, did you see the Champions League draw? It's a madness. City have to play Bayern. And then bro, I won't lie. As much as people were scared about City 7-0, I did a cartwheel and a backflip that they continued in that competition. I was like, yep. More games. And I don't care if they try and run the narrative, City gave up on the league because of I don't care. Is he going to say Arsenal on that championship? He's going to say my team, Abby. Whatever narratives these rivals are going to try as many narratives as possible. I no care. Tell me every team went up for it. Tell me because you didn't have injuries. I no care. We shall win. No. Make sure we win. That's all I care about.
The sweet thing about it is that when we beat, not if. By God,
big up, Sean.
On Sunday, we have the international break. Most of the Liverpool players are not going on break. They're going to be geared up for the beginning of when the international break opens, and guess who opens it up?
But it's City away, oh. It's City at the Etihad. Not be easy, not be beans, oh.
Doesn't matter. You never know.
It matters, oh.
Brentford at the Etihad. 3-1 at the Etihad.
I hear you, but let's be honest. All of you in the panel, can we rely on Liverpool this season? Let's be honest. After what we've been watching,
for certain games you can.
You don't know, bro.
I think
Anfield, yeah, but away from home, they're not beating a single top 6 side this season, except Spurs. But that's Spurs, isn't it? You know what I'm saying?
Everyone beats Spurs.
Yeah, so
when we did that,
really count.
How many times now?
Twice, home and away. Light work, bro. Light work. Bro. Big up, Deji, my guy. Big up.
Appreciate the points.
More left.
Good for goal difference too, eh?
All right, guys. So we're gonna go around the room, find out your score predictions for Sunday's game at home to Crystal Palace. First of all, Ozzy Guna, what's your score prediction? And maybe throw in a score or two in there as well.
3-1.
You love that scoreline, isn't it?
It's going to be our boys. I hate to say it. Goal scorers for Arsenal. It's going to be Odegaard. It's going to be, and you know what? I reckon Jesus is going to score here.
I hope so. He needs to go. We're
going to have Odegaard and Jesus score the third goal. It's up in the air.
Okay.
And I think Zaha is going to be on point for them.
I hear you. I honestly can't see us keeping a clean sheet either, but let's see, man. Nonso, what you saying?
Yeah, I'm going to go with Ozzy. 3-1.
3-1.
Yeah.
Any particular scorers? Same scorers or different?
I think Trossard's going to get a goal. I think Martinelli will get a goal. I fancy Odegaard getting another goal, and I know that Zaha is going to get a penalty. That's how probably Ayew will score. Zaha will score. I think they're going to get a penalty and get a goal.
Okay. Fair enough. Prana, what you saying?
1 or 2-0. I don't see us conceding. I don't see us battering them either. But 3 points. Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough. Do you any scorers you'd like to predict?
Well, for my fantasy league team, I'd like Saka or Martinelli to bang. But apart from that, I'm not fussed if it's 2 own goals. Like it's that time of the season.
Yeah, for real. Just get the 3 points.
Just get the 3 points.
And whoever's still on this fantasy thing, check the One Touch TV league. I am getting killed. I don't even know when the last I did a transfer on that. After the World Cup, I completely lost my bearings. So big up. I think Igal was in the lead in my league. I'm not sure, man. Big up whoever it is. I'll check it out later. But
12 points after this weekend, courtesy of the FA Cup games.
Real talk, man. But my prediction, I'm going to go over a little crazy one for you lot, man. I'm going to go over nuts on. I'm going to go over 4-2 Arsenal, 4-2. Wow. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of goals. I think they'll go for it, get some goals. I think we'll always be in control of the game. Zaha's definitely going to score. And maybe, as I said, Ayew might get a goal as his customary goal against Arsenal. But 4-2, I think we'll get the job done. And I think Trossard will score, Jesus will score, and Martinelli will score 2 goals. So big up, guys. Don't forget to smash the like button, comments, and subscribe. Everybody in the panel. Ozzy, I don't know if you got any shows coming either tonight, tomorrow. Are you featuring any shows or anything? Is there anything you'd like to tell the people about before you go?
Well, me and the boys are going to be previewing actually this Palace game midday UK tomorrow. Okay. Hopefully be me, Akpos, and Kyle Walsh-Gunner. I know that this Europa thing's going to come up, so guys, expect it to get fiery. Kyle's going to be in there, so we're going to be butting heads a bit, but that's what we're going to be doing tomorrow, and of course we'll review the game the day after. Okay, big up, Ozzy, man. Nonso, you got anything going on online or socials, anything? Twitter, anything? Yeah, just spaces that pop on. Okay, big up. Thanks for joining us again on the show, Nonso. Prana Board, the Mr. Elusive himself. You can only catch him on these shows. We're lucky. This is a secret thing, bro. You lot can't catch him anywhere but One Touch TV. He's Mr. Elusive. Elusive. But big up, Prana. Thanks for coming back. Is there anything you'd like to say to the people before we go? Yeah, man. Keep faith in the team, man. It's been exciting. Yeah, I can't wait to the end. Let's do this. Oh yeah, now my people. Great show. Smash the like button. Share to all your friends. It's absolutely free. Have a great weekend. We all predicted wins for Arsenal. Let's hope they get the job done and let's get this fucking title over the line. Big up, everybody. Yeah.